Oh, good. We got some sound there. Hello, good afternoon, evening, everybody.
Hello.
What are you guys doing here? Just like here hanging out? No, we are here for a mixer game for a nice doubleheader here for the Root River Rollers. Thank you all very much for coming out for this first bout. We have our mixer between Team Black and Team White, who will be introduced momentarily. For now, I'm Rich Mahogany.
And I'm Assassinate.
And together we are Rich and Sassy. Thank you all so much for having us out. Let's go ahead and start introducing these teams, shall we? We're going to start off with Team Black. Skating out at number 23, it's Squeaks. Number 22 is Sid Vicious. Number 619, Divine Missem. Number 6221, Newbie. Number 218, Utterly Unhinged. Number 668, what you talking about, Willis? Number 10, Weeplash. Wee. Ho ho. Not out there, right? And then on the bench supporting is Mystique.
Give it up for Team Black. And on Team White, skating for Team White, number 20, Nat 20. Number 814, Cruising for a Bruising. Number 505, Siggy Storms. Number 202, Majora Smack. Number 947, Doubles Out. Number 19, Tokyo Drift. And number 143, Two for Flinching. Team White is coached by Ginger Sitter.
So, of course, we also want to show some love for our officials for this game. We got out there Havoc, Agru, Ghostface Thrilla, Fury, Rego Derby, Bananaramia, Red, John Lane, Mistress of Evil, Bone, Judge, Holly Hatchet, Spin Diesel, Cherry Bomb, Intoxicated, and Cinnamon Sticks. Big shout out, of course, none of this roller derby would be possible without them, and none of it obviously would be possible without you, the audience here, all hyped to get into this mixer. Are our teams and officials ready to get things rolling? Yeah? No. Are you ready to see some roller derby, friends? All right, I guess we'll start. Since you all asked so nicely.
We weren't going to start it.
So we'll tell you all a little bit about how the game of roller derby is played as we proceed here. For those of you who may be less familiar with the game, but we have our teams out here. 5 skaters are allowed in each for each play. Plays are called jams. You'll note that 2 of the skaters at the back there have stars on their helmets. Those are the jammers. They are the ones who are eligible to score points, which we'll explain once we have a little bit of a moving demonstration. And the action is underway. With that whistle, the play starts. The first jammer to be able to pass all of the opposing blockers legally and in bounds becomes the lead jammer.
That's right, and in this case, that is Sid Vicious.
Right you are, Nate. In this case, Sid is now in control of the rest of this jam. She's able to call off the jam at their leisure. At this point, as soon as a jammer has gotten through that initial pass, every subsequent pass they make of opposing skaters nets them 1 roller derby point. So both skaters currently eligible to get points. Sid Vicious pushing through will get that last 4th point on the pass before calling the jam. So that jam will be called usually to prevent the opposing team from picking up any additional points. That jam will end out with Team Black picking up 4 points. Team White eking out the jam win with 5. It's changed now. Little scoreboard update. We had 8 points up for Team Black. 5 for
That's
Team
right. That was
White.
2 full passes. And back on the track.
Gonna see number 6221 Nomi jamming for Team Black. And it's Majora Smack jamming for Team White. Defense is holding firm. They are able to push Majora Smack to the outside. In fact, both jammers forced to the outside will be recycling back behind the blockers that hit them out. So when a skater knocks somebody else out of bounds, that skater that's knocked out must return to the track behind any of the skaters who's either knocked them out or had that advantage position on them when they went out. So we'll see Majora Smack being recycled to the back of the pack. Same thing now happening to Nomi again.
And we have a lead jammer now. That is Majora Smack for Team White.
A hard-fought first lead for Team White. A full minute going by before lead was assessed. Nomi still working on the initial pass for Team Black. Going to be recycled back to the pivot line by number 20, Nat 20 for Team White. Majora Smack now entering the pack, looking to make this initial scoring pass. Every opposing Black team skater that she passes legally inbounds, you will get a single point for. Oh, now Majora Smack knocked to the outside, will be forced to recycle back behind that defensive wall. You're up. Strongly pushed jam. We'll see 2 points picked up on that one by Team White. Black held down to 0, so it's going to be 8-7 in favor of Team Black as Team White calls for a team timeout.
In this team timeout, I'd like to remind you to stick around. We have another bout. Today, the Root River Rollers will be hosting Med City. So who's sticking around for that?
So for those of you unfamiliar with the rules of roller derby, each team is allotted 3 team timeouts per game. They can use those in between jams to stop the clock for 1 minute, allowing their team an opportunity to sit together and chat. A little bit of reassessing how the strategy is going, and maybe even to get the team a little bit of a break. You'll note here that both of these benches are relatively light. You see 8 skaters on each team, which means with 5 skaters going out every time, you're going to have somebody who needs to pull double duty, jam to jam.
Right. Now that's gonna be tiring.
Absolutely. So using these team timeouts for such a low-bodied game is a great way to keep everybody fresh and safe. So we are getting into jam number 3 here. It's going to be Sid Vicious jamming for Team Black. Sid Vicious up towards the front. 1 to beat. And it's going to be Sid Vicious taking lead jam.
That's doubles out. Jamming for Team White, still working her way through her initial pass.
Doubles out, though, now completes the initial pass, is eligible to score points for Team White. Sid Vicious coming around for an additional scoring pass, crashes through the defense, 4 more points up for Team Black.
Sid Vicious getting some coaching from the bench. Keep going.
That's right, in this position so far, doubles out Team White are just working on the first scoring pass. So doubles out now picking up the first 4 points of this jam for Team White. So with both jammers out, competing for a position to come around to the end, the back of that pack, Sid Vicious is going to go ahead and call off the jam. Total of 12 points up for Team Black, 4 points for Team White. So now 9 points separate these teams as we line up for jam number 4. Quick lead jam here taken by 6'6", 8'14" Black. That's what you're talking about, Willis.
That's right, and cruising for a bruising, it's jamming for Team White, still working her way through her initial pass.
Great job there by Cruising for a Bruising, breaking through the black wall defense. Still able to keep up some of that forward momentum as well. Both jammers approaching the pack on a scoring pass. Willis going to call off the jam, preventing any points going up for Team White. So a quick points and call jam for Team Black, picking up 4 to the White's 0. I'm sorry, my 8 points.
Nate points, you could say.
You could, but they're not for you.
No,
they're
not.
for the skaters. Don't be greedy.
I know.
Penalty box stands empty as we get into jam number 5. Two for Flinchin fighting their way up to the front of the pack. Almost through on the inside, but it's taken down. Will be forced to recycle back. Back behind Willis. Taking their second turn in a row out for the... Two for Flinchin through. Does take lead jam for Team White. We have a star pass now, all out for Team Black. Divine miss him. Oh, that's not a star pass. I'm just now noticing the numbers. It's hard when they line up coming towards us.
Yes, we can't see their back, and therefore their number.
Yeah. We'll have a single blocker in the box for Team White, Team Black at full strength. Bruising for a bruising, jamming for Team White, but Alita taking a quick lead jam for Team Black. Bruising is through, looking to score some points for Team White. Alita coming around the outside. The line is held, though. 9-1-7 on the line there for Team White. I'm sorry, 9-4-7 doubles out, holding the inside line. Alita calling the jam. Big jam for Team Black. 8 points, or was that perhaps 12? I don't know. I can't math. All I can do, Nate, is trust in the scoreboard. So I guess the dust settles. It will be a 7-point jam for Team White, 8 points for Team Black. Looks like a single blocker in the box for each of these teams as we start jam 7. Majora Smack out jamming again for Team White. Up at the front with just 2 to beat. Oh, is taken to the outside. Gonna recycle back behind Divine Missum.
And through the inside, Newbie comes through, picking up lead, jammer status.
Team Black defense really surrounding the Majora Smack, the jammer for Team White.
Oh, big hit from Willis.
Majora Smack almost through, but Willis wisely taking that direct route on the apex. Will successfully get this run back. Nomi's still working through. Hanging out on this apex. The defense really able to lock down on that inside line. As the defense's push, though, to the outside could provide a method of escape for some of these jammers who are stymied in turns 1 and 2.
Siggy Storm's playing good offense, helping. And Newbie's through for 4 roller derby points.
The best kind of points a jammer can hope for.
Yes.
Majora Smack pushing on the inside, but the Black Wall holds firm. Again, Divine Miss him really holding those lines on the inside for Team Black. Jam will end on time. 3 points picked up on that last pass for Team Black. So a grand total of 7 points for them. Brings their score to Black 39, White 18. And we will have a team timeout being called. All right, so that's going to be a team timeout called for by Team Black. Each team now having used one of their 3 team timeouts for the game, freezing the clock at 19 minutes, 23 seconds to play. So these timeouts, again, likely just nice opportunity to give our skaters a chance to sit and breathe, as we've seen several skaters, at least 2 from each team, need to be heading out for each jam. And skating for full, especially when we have those full 2-minute jams that we just saw, that is an endurance race.
It is. It really is. It really is.
So a very big shout out to our skaters here in this game. It's a lot of work to play roller derby in the first place, and then to skate 2 jams in a row on the regular. It's tiring.
I'm tired. I'm just sitting here.
We are ready to get back into the action. This will be jam number 8 of the first half. Taking a look down to that jammer line. See, running up the inside is going to be none other than Sid Vicious for Team Black, taking lead jam.
That's right. That is Nat 20 skating for Team White. Out of her initial pass, set the score as well. Sid Vicious picking up 4 roller derby points.
Tokyo Drift trying to get that last-minute stop on Sid Vicious, but Sid's escape velocity just a little too high.
Whoa. A lot of speed on that skater.
Sid Vicious coming in hot, will roll right off the side of the white blockers. Through for 4 more roller derby points. That is 12 so far. Nat 20 still working on the initial pass for Team White. Almost through on the inside is Nat 20, but is going to be taken down to the ground, forced to recycle into turn 3. Big hit takes Sid Vicious to the ground. You will call the jam. Looks like that's going to be a 15-point jam for Team Black, 3 for Team White. Duper Flinchin wears the star for Team White, pushing right through the center of the pack, but Team Black holding firm in their defense. Meanwhile, utterly unhinged jammer of record for Team Black. Trying to find some daylight on the outside. She will be pushed out by number 202 for Team White, Majora Smack. Oh, a track cut penalty assessed to Utterly Unhinged. Nate, that gives us our first Power Jam. That's right, for the next 30 seconds. 2 for Flinchin is the only jammer out there, unless 2 for Ops to pass the star. So that means that Team Black has nothing to do but to waylay the white jammer. Meanwhile, the white team has nothing to do but protect their jammer and try to get them through. Team Black's defense has been very strong in this half of the game.
Yes, indeed. And they've been cycling way back.
Some very eco-conscious blockers out here.
Barely.
So Utterly Unhinged now back on the track.
We have a star pass, Rich.
Oh, that we do. It goes over to number 999, Alita, for Team Black. And with that, 2 for Flinchin has fought their way through, now claims the open lead for Team White.
Now, Rich, this has been the first star pass of the bout, so I might as well say what that is.
Might as well.
You'll notice that each team has a skater with a stripe on their helmet. That means that is the pivot. That is a person who can receive a star pass and assume jammer powers.
A very nice strategy for being able to get that star out of the pack when it is stuck. So jam will be called. Not going to see any points put up on the scoreboard for that last jam. So the score remains Team White 21, Team Black 54. 15 minutes remain to play in the first half as Jam 10 begins. Doubles out is our jammer of record for Team White, and it's Divine Missem through to take lead jam for Team Black. Them coming in hot on the inside line, but the tripod of defense for Team White holds firm. Doubles out will get through, is now eligible to score points for Team White.
Doubles out. Picking up 4 points.
We'll see a bit of penalty box usage happening here. We've got 2 blockers for Team Black in the box, 1 for Team White. Of course, as I say that, Alita is released to the track for Team Black. Penalties are flying here. We are going to get... Team White is through for 4 more points as the jam will be called. A big jam for Team White, picking up 8 points to Team Black's 5. And Team Black is using their second team timeout. We are going to add 1 extra point to Team Black's score there. We'll bring the score to Team White 29, Team Black 60. Clock is frozen at 13 minutes, 41 seconds remaining to play in the first half. At the halftime, we will all just take a little break, a little breather here. And we'll be, normally, a game of roller derby will have a full 30-minute second half. As we have a limited number of skaters, we'll be checking in with everybody, see how we feel at the halftime. Maybe we'll get that full 30 minutes. Maybe we'll go for 40.
40?
We'll go crazy.
Maybe we'll go for 50 extra minutes.
I think the skaters of the second game would get upset because they want to play their game.
I mean, that's a good point. That's a very good point.
I'm sure it would be inspiring, though, to watch 2 teams of 8 skaters play what is essentially a 2-hour-long game.
It would be like soccer. Aren't those like long games?
I think. I'm going to take your word for it. All right, so the team timeout has expired. We are going to take a moment now to transition into an official timeout.
The lighting up here just got a lot sexier.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody found this light settings.
We were looking for those. Hopefully now all of you all at the end of the track can see the scoreboard a little more clearly now.
This is the after hours setting.
Hello, it's Rich and Nate in the evening.
Rich and Nat, I want you to grab that loved one close.
Just make sure you let them go if somebody challenges the link. Otherwise, you're going to get a multiplayer block. Getting back to the action on the track. It's Tokyo Drift taking lead jam for Team White.
And then it's Squeaks, I believe, taking wearing the star for Team Black.
Squeaks through, completes the initial pass for Team Black. Tokyo Drift through for 4 points. Gonna look to for some more. Definitely a great opportunity for Team White to close up the score gap here. Tokyo Drift smashes into the wall of Black. Oh, very nicely done there by Tokyo Drift, driving the Black defense out to the outside, creating a hole for herself on the inside. Team White going to lose a blocker to the box for a directional penalty. It's number 202, Majora Smack. Tokyo Drift, meanwhile, through for another 4 points. That's 12 points so far this jam. If I'm not mistaken, Nate, this is now the biggest jam for Team White.
Yes, indeed. I think that's correct.
Oh, and Tokyo Drift through again, nigh untouched. Meanwhile, up at the front, Team White's defense holding firm around Squeaks.
Is Tokyo Drift the third movie? It's the third movie, right?
I will. Yes.
Okay, cool.
I don't know. All I know is something about family.
Yeah.
So we are going to lose Squeaks, jammer of record for Team Black, to the penalty box. So this is going to be a power jam now for Tokyo Drift and Team White.
That's right. That'll give Team White the opportunity to close this score gap.
Right you are, Nate. As 15 points separate these two teams now after 24 points picked up by Team White in that jam. With the jam being called to, we have, oh no, a jammer in the box. Well, are they going to let them out?
No, you know what happens when that happens?
They have to stay forever?
Yep. No, but they have to start the next jam in the pack. That's just called a power start, and this will be in favor of Team White. Power start.
Wow, and only 3 blockers on the track to start this jam for Team Black. Twofer Flinchin will be starting in this power start for Team White. Squeaks starting from the box for Team Black. Squeaks is now back from the penalty box. Lead is open, but oh no, Nate, Squeaks removed the helmet cover.
That's right. Looks like there was a star pass. Star pass to Sid Vicious, who will be donning the star.
That's right, but unfortunately, a pivot cannot become the lead jammer. So while Sid Vicious is now through and eligible to score points, will unfortunately be unable to call the jam. Lead is still open. Twofer Flinchin at the back of the pack, forced to the outside, will recycle behind what you talking about, Willis. Twofer has removed the star. This makes him ineligible to get lead, so we will now have a full 2-minute jam. And as they break through the pack now, eligible to score points.
Sid Vicious takes a little step outside, has to cycle back. Almost cuts through the pack. Meanwhile, Twofer Flinchin through the inside, makes it. Twofer flinching, heading to the penalty box for a track cut.
As the jam winds down on its jam time, does look like Twofer will be starting this next jam from the penalty box with almost a full 30 seconds to serve on that penalty. So the power jam is now on the other, the skate is on the other foot, if you will.
Skate is on the other foot.
And so we are in an official timeout here. Let's make sure all of our numbers, our maths are done correctly, because if the most important part of roller derby is the high-paced excitement, the second most important is the math.
Math.
It's all about math.
That's why we got into roller derby.
It's true.
Because we love it.
We're just big dorky math nerds up here. But please don't ask me to do any math.
No. You can be a fan of something and not be good at it.
All right, we are about ready to get back into the game. 5 seconds is called. We will have a power start here for Team Black. All right, so we're going to end that jam a little early on a down skater. If fun is the most important part of roller derby, then the most important part is safety.
Safety.
And concussions are no joke, friends. So whenever our officials are highly trained to keep an eye out for this sort of thing. If somebody goes down, hits the ground, and if you see their head hit, then we'll take that. Even if it looked like you're fine, we're going to take a moment to make sure everybody's nice and safe and healthy. So this is all for the safety of our skaters, safety and good health. So we appreciate everybody's patience and very much appreciate our medical staff. Another part of roller derby that couldn't happen without you. So thank you, medical staff.
Thank you, medical staff.
All right, so we are going to be getting back into the action here. It'll be jam number 14.
Lucky number 14.
That's right. Only a few seconds had ticked by in that last jam before it was called due to a down skater. So Twofer will still be starting from the box for Team White. So it's going to be a similar lineup going for this next jam. There's going to be Newbie out there jamming for Team Black in this power start.
And Newbie heading to the penalty box for a track cut.
So this will release the other jammer from the penalty box, as we do not want a jammerless jam. That's just silly business. So, Twofer flinching back on the track. Lead is available for Twofer. Team Black taking a nice defensive position at the front of the pack. But now, Team White able to play some offense. Team Black resisting the offense well. And we do have a star pass completed from Twofer over to Doubles out. So Doubles does not quite have the star on their head, but will soon have the power. This does, of course, mean that we will have another 2-minute jam here. Tokyo Drift returning to the track for Team White. Newbie, almost through on the outside, taking a hit from number 19 on Team White. Tokyo Drift going to force the recycle all the way back into turn 3. And with that doubles out, finally fights the way through, is now eligible to score points for Team White.
Newbie cycled way back again, yet again. Both teams are doing a good job of communicating with each other, both on and off the track.
Right, you are, Nate. And especially there, as we were seeing the pack getting spread out, the communication happening on the blocker side to say, okay, it's time for you to drop back. We got to keep the blocking. Is great to see on any level of roller derby, and especially as we're here in what is really come on, words. There we go. It is a mixer for some newer skaters. So seeing folks who are have not been playing for as long as some of the skaters that we're going to be seeing in the next game, having that level of track awareness already is just
indeed
great to see. It's that kind of fundamentals that are going to really help these skaters be all the more successful in their roller derby careers.
Yeah, for those of you who were here for the last bout, we had a similar mixer at the beginning to open the evening out. The Root River Rollers graciously invited skaters from across the Midwest, both beginner skaters or maybe some intermediate skaters who want more kind of track time, get that experience.
That's right. These mixers also serve as opportunities for some of our officials who don't have as much experience. Some of our non-skating officials perhaps should get some skating official experience or trying out different positions in officiating. So these sorts of mixers are just really great for the roller derby community to help learn and build and grow. Back to the action on the track. It's going to be Siggy Storms jamming for Team White, but Divine Miss M through to take lead for Team Black. Ooh, high block penalty will send Siggy Storms to the penalty box. So power jam for Divine Miss M and Black. Team Black lining up behind. Will they come in for the immediate offense? No, they're going to wait for their jammer to hit first. And sometimes the mind games of when will the offense come in? Where will it come in? That's enough to get that jammer through.
I miss him calling off the jam.
This goes right back to talking about that great track awareness we're seeing from some of these skaters. You see M coming around, looked up at the penalty box, saw the opposing jammer in the box, called the jam.
Yeah, that's smart.
So this will be a power start for Team Black.
And that is Alita, if I'm not mistaken, down at the jammer line, starting off the jam, picking up lead jammer status right away.
Siggy Storms released from the penalty box, now looking to make that initial pass for Team White. Some frenetic pushing up at the front by Alita, able to tear the White blocker defense apart. Does get through for 4 roller derby points. Siggy Storms through the pack, now eligible to score points of their own. And Alita just again showcasing some of this aggressive jamming up at the front. Just making jukes left and right, little ones, just little pokes here and there, nothing too major, still conserving the energy,
right?
But keeping the blockers guessing.
Am I gonna go this way? No. Psych.
Jam is called there. We're going to see 3 more points on that pass for Team Black. Be a total of 11 points that jam for Team Black, 4 for Team White. Brings our score to Team Black 103, Team White 64. We've got just under 4 minutes remaining to play in the first half here, Nate.
That's right.
Both teams are at full strength as we line up for jam number 17.
That is right. We have 80 wheels on the flat track, as you like to say.
I do love to say numbers that I know.
Yes. What you talking about, Willis?
Talking about getting lead jam.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, and it's going to be a power jam as Tupper Flinchen takes a penalty.
What's time about Willis cutting through the inside, picking up 4 roller derby points.
Team White is going to drive forward the pack speed here. A wise decision is that makes their the opposing jammer have to work a little bit harder while the time ticks away on the White jammer's penalty.
Again, we were talking about the communication, Team Black communicating to Willis to call that off.
Yeah, it looks like it was just moments too late to keep the White jammer in the penalty box. So both teams will go into the next jam at full strength. And as you said, I like to say, and oh, I do. That means we've got 80 wheels ablazing away on the inside of the flat track. That, of course, does not count the wheels of our officials. Of course, you know.
Of course. We have a star pass going to Tokyo Drift.
No time wasted on that one at all. It does get the star out for Team White first, but leaves lead open for Utterly Unhinged. Well, Utterly Unhinged coming in hot will get a back block penalty for that maneuver. So this is now a power jam for Team White.
Right, and also this will go the full 2 minutes.
Right you are. Utterly Unhinged had the lead jammer designation there. So with that lost, seen a lot of 2-minute jams in this game, which is just making it all the more of an endurance test for these skaters. Tokyo Drift through for 4 points. Nicely done there by Tokyo Drift and Team White. A difficult decision to have to make as your jammer is approaching the opposing wall, but the opposing jammer is coming back from the box. Do you play offense? Do you just stop and go all the way back to defense? Team White played it beautifully there.
Tokyo Drift around the outside.
Round the outside?
Round the outside. Both skaters actually coming through, picking up 4 roller derby points apiece.
Time's ticking away on the clock. We'll see how many points can be picked up before the clock expires. Oh, Utterly Unhinged finding daylight on the inside, while on the out, Tokyo Drift fighting hard for more points. Gonna see a grand total of 20 points on a star pass to start the jam for Tokyo Drift and Team White.
Indeed. And we are at the half. We're going to have...
Hello, friends. Welcome back. Thank you for sticking around. Hope you all had a good break. Got to stretch those legs. Get yourselves your liquid management taken care of. We are back for the second half of this little fun mixer we've got open to beginner and intermediate players.
Yes, indeed. This half, I was informed, will take 20 minutes as opposed to the typical 30.
All right. So when last we left our skaters, Team Black was in the lead with 117 points. Team White closing the gap with 84, picking up a 20-point jam in that last jam of the first half. And with that, we are back into the action, friends. We are in jam 1 of the second half. Tokyo Drift jamming for Team White. And it's going to be Sid Vicious getting out first to take lead for Team Black.
That is right, and that is Sid Vicious. You just said that.
A jammer so nice you need to introduce her twice.
Indeed. 4 points.
Tokyo Drift fights her way through the pack, will pick up 4 points of her own. Sid Vicious colliding with the back, does manage to fire right through the defense for Team White. Will call the jam, denying any further points to Tokyo Drift. Going to be an 8-point jam for Team Black, 4 points for Team White. Penalty box stands empty. Or does it? Aha. I was like, I see an empty penalty box, but I only see 4 blockers on, or 3 blockers on the white team. Don't want to be coaching from the mic or anything, but we are back into the action. It's going to be cruising for a bruising, jamming for Team White. Alita wasting no time getting to the front and taking lead for Team Black. Alita through on the outside, does manage to stay in on the toe stops. Successfully grabs 4 points, holding Team White down to only 2. $39 points separate these teams as we line up for jam number 3 of the second half.
Sid Vicious one's in. Lining up on the jammer line for Black, taking the lead jammer status. That is doubles out in White. Working her way through her initial pass. Sid Vicious looking to score points. Does. 4 roller derby points. Doubles out. Squeaks past Squeaks. Now eligible to score points. Sid Vicious through the inside. Another 4 roller derby points.
Sid Vicious is going to keep the jam rolling as doubles out engages with the pack. Nice juke to the inside by doubles out. Forces a lot of Team Black's blockers to the outside. Jam will be called. 2 points picked up there for Team White. 12 points total for Team Black. Brings our score to Team White 92, Team Black 141.
I like how Sid Vicious calls off the jam with the big, huge flourishing.
Yeah, and it's like the nice. Like I've noticed too, it functions as a bit of communication with the bench. Be like, should I call it off? Should I call it off? Nope. I guess I'm not. Like I've seen her like resist before.
I'm just waving to my friends. Just kidding.
Getting back down to the action on the track, it's Nomi jamming for Team Black up against Toofer Flinchin for Team White. Toofer up at the front of the pack. Just one blocker to beat. Will push through. That's lead jam for Toofer Flinchin and Team White. Nomi now also through. Eligible to score points for Team Black. Toofer Flinchin approaching the pack. Working on breaking the seam. Will break off to tie the outside, but what you talking about, Willis stays on her. That will force the call off from Toofer. All said and done, that will be a 4-point jam for Team Black. Team White unable to pick up any points on that jam. We are going to see Alita taking the line for Team Black, going up against doubles out for Team White. Tokyo Drift with a big run back on Alita. And great track awareness there, able to turn right back around as soon as Alita had gone a little too far. So doubles out is through, takes lead jam for Team White. Jam is called. So another 4-0 jam in favor of Team Black. We'll have both teams at full strength lining up for jam number 6 of the second half. See Divine Miss M getting loose at the jammer line, ready to take off against Twofer Flinchin. Twofer dealing with the 4-wall of Team White at the front of the pack. Inexorably moving them forward, though, past the pivot line. Out of play block penalty assessed to Squeaks. And with that, Twofer is pushed past the zone of engagement and takes lead jam for Team White.
M through the pack. Eligible to score points. Twofer about to engage.
Twofer barreling through on the outside line. Does break through. That's 4 more points up for Team White. Team White going to lose Cruisin' for a bruising to the penalty box. Divine Miss M through, picks up the first 4 points of this jam for Team Black. Twofer Flinchin just again pushing through on that outside line.
Twofer calling off the jam.
Jam comes down to 5 points for Team White, 4 points for Team Black. Brings our score to White 97, Black 153. Got 11 minutes and 50 seconds remaining on the clock for this game. We are underway in jam number 7, doubles out, jammer of record for Team White. But it's going to be What You Talking About Willis out to take lead jam for Team Black.
Willis attempts to break through the inside, cycle back by Tokyo Drift.
Great job there by doubles out, taking the outside line. Spinning off a few blocks. Does manage to stay on the inside. What you talking about, Willis has picked up a penalty, so it is now a power jam for Team White and doubles out.
Good communication out on the track.
Team Black, though, reacting well, able to move back up to the front of the pack to catch doubles out. Is out, though, now able to get through as What You Talking About Willis returns to the track. Nice moves on the inside line. What You Talking About Willis through for 4 points. Doubles out, manages to crash through the blocking wall of Team Black. Alita trying to push her to the outside, but is out through for 4 more points.
Willis through the inside, picking up 4 roller derby points.
With that, the jam will come to its natural 2-minute conclusion. A hard-fought jam by all skaters out there. When it all comes down to it, it'll be 15 points up for Team White, 8 for Team Black. Brings our score to Team White 112, Team Black 161.
Just under 10 minutes left in this first bout.
Been a fun and exciting mixer that we've all been enjoying here. We will have our main event of the evening. Game happening at 6:30 this evening. Cruising for a bruising out with lead jam for Team White. Sid Vicious right behind. Oh, Cruising spins out. Will call the jam. So a quick call off there will result in a 0-0 jam. I have to tell you all, it was so quiet. It was so hard to keep quiet during that. I feel like Gru and I there shared a moment of like, somebody should really stop this clock. It's not going to happen though, is it? Nope. All right. Oh, I love it.
Yep. So I'm surprised they got the correct number of skaters out that quickly.
I'm really impressed. Like, that's one of the benefits of having the benches on the infield here. Mm-hmm. And also, I suppose with having such short benches, is pretty much just like, okay, everybody but 2 people just go. Make sure you've got the right hats on. So for those unfamiliar, there are 30 seconds between jams in standard game of roller derby, and that will just keep like
it'll just keep going.
Yeah, like
if no one calls a timeout, the next one's gonna start.
Exactly. And once the jam starts, you are stuck playing with just the skaters who are on the track when that jam started. So we see a bit of a rough spot here for Team White, as they only have 2 blockers that they have been able to field for this jam. Nice block there by number 20. That's Nat 20 for Team White. Locking down on Sid Vicious. So this jam will be going for the full 2 minutes. Clock is winding down. It's like major shout out there to Nat 20 and Siggy Storms, blockers for Team White, holding that down with just a pair blocking for the entire 2 minutes.
Nice work.
An incredible jam, really, for both of those teams. 16 points put up by Team White, 11 for Team Black. So we will now have a team timeout being called for by Team Black. This is their final team timeout. Team White does have one more team timeout at their disposal. Thank you.
And also exposal. I think you're trying to...
We've exposed that there are team timeouts at our disposal.
Are there?
So, both teams also have their official review for the half that they can use. The feeling that in a game like this, we are likely just going to use those as another clock stoppage. Got our illustrious track crew helping out, getting some last-minute track maintenance done during the team timeout. That whistle indicates that the team timeout has ended. The next whistle you hear will be the one that starts the jam.
5 seconds.
Notice how everybody is very focused and very much on the track to start this jam. Nomi going to be the jammer of record for Team Black, taking lead jam. Nat 20 jamming for Team White, also out right behind Nomi.
Nomi calling off the jam before either jammer can engage and score points. So that is a 0-0 jam.
At this point, burning the clock is the way to go for Team Black. They are ahead by some number of points in the vicinity of 50 to 40.
Yep.
Remember how I said I liked math earlier? That was a lie.
How dare you? How dare you lie?
I'm so sorry. You trusted me, and I failed you.
Batman. That's from one of those. Sid Vicious takes lead jammer just had us, but Tokyo Drift is out there as well.
Tokyo Drift firing up the afterburners, closing the distance between her and this other jammer. Sid Vicious, though, nice dodge, just running up the inside. Tokyo Drift will end up getting caught up. What you talking about, Willis? Doing some great work keeping Tokyo Drift back.
Sid Vicious serpentines through the pack, starts in the inside, ends up through the outside.
Sid Vicious taking advantage of an open inside line and just sprint up. Will call off the jam before Tokyo Drift can put up any additional points. It's going to be a 12-point jam in favor of Team Black. Team White picking up 4 points.
That is Divine Miss M skating in black, and that is Tuver Flinching skating in white.
Tuver looking for daylight on the outside, will find it. Able to weather several hits from the Team Black blockers, but will take lead jam for Team White. M now through for Team Black. Now eligible to score points. Tuver Flinching through on the outside, calls the jam. We'll pick up 4 roller derby points on that pass. That's going to be a 4-0 jam in favor of Team White. Brings the score to Team White 136, Team Black 184. We've got 3 minutes remaining to play. Alita with just so much energy on that jam line. Fires up the inside, takes a quick lead jam.
That's right, doubles out, still working. Doubles out now, out, eligible to score points of her own. 4 points for Alita.
Alita will call off the jam, not quite early enough to deny White any points. 1 point picked up there. Period clock has fallen below 2 minutes, which means we have now entered the area where this could well be our final jam of the game.
And we have had full 2-minute jam, many 2-minute jams. So this could be it.
We'll find out what our jammers have. Tuver Flinching back on the jammer line for Team White. Nomi out for Team Black. Team Black going to lose Alita to the box. Oh, Nomi fighting her way up to the front of the pack, but will be taken down. Pack then overtaking them.
Tooper being held up by a tripod tenaciously.
Tooper will break through by the last line of defense, takes lead jam for Team White. LV Bucks does empty out, both teams back at full strength. Oh, and we have a penalty assessed to Nomi for Team Black.
Let's see. Sorry, yeah, I interrupted you, but this will be a power jam.
Power jam. That's a track cut penalty on Nomi. So this power jam now for Tooper. Black team doing a good job doing a bit of waterfall blocking. All right, so Tooper going to call off that jam. That does ice the Team Black jammer in the penalty box. However,
this is the end.
The end of our scrimmage. Mixer. It's a
Mixer.
So with that, yes, right as that jam was called, there were about 30 seconds left on the period clock. Those, much like that surprise jam, where those seconds were allowed to tick off the clock.
Yes.
A timeout of some sort could have been used to freeze that the game clock and get one more jam. But as it stands, we have reached our unofficial end of this mixer. Team White with 140 points. Team Black coming out victorious with 188.
Let's give it up for both teams, though.
Absolutely, like an amazing effort by all of these skaters. We got to the end there with only 7 skaters on each team. So many people going out back to back, where you'd see one skater go out to jam one jam and then stay out to block the next.
Right.
That is a workout. That is dedication. And let's give it up for these skaters as they take their victory lap. Well, thank you all so much for coming out early to this event to support these amazing skaters.
Yes.
Thank you very much again to our volunteers, our officials, our medics. Without this, our little mixer would not be possible. And I know we're all sad that game is over, but there's something to be excited for, Nate.
That's right. There's another bout.
Oh my gosh, it's another bout!
Another bout!
That's right. We are going to have Game 2 happening here at 6:30 p.m.
What to do until then? Go to the merch table and pick up a wheel for the wheel toss that will be happening at the halftime.
Ooh, yes, absolutely. That is going to be a very fun event. You can go and buy your wheels for a chance to win. That game will be going down at the halftime of this next game. You must be present to win. You got to be present to roll, and you have to roll to win.
You can't. Yeah, I don't have a third. Those are the 2 rules.
We'll also have some 50-50 tickets available, a 50-50 raffle. So all sorts of things to entertain yourselves with. But we'll be getting things going in about an hour, so go ahead. This is your time to move around, get your energy going, grab yourself some food. I'm going to eat all of the food, personally.
Ooh, yum, 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 yum.
But whatever you do, get back here by 6:30 as your Root River Rollers take on Med City.